Hello and welcome back to another beer review with me, Ruku. Today's beer review is Beaverneck Oil Session IPA. Look at that artwork, that's some cool artwork on the can there. Skulls in every direction. Yeah, Beaverneck Oil then, 4.3. This is a 330, it's a Session IPA. As it says there, Session IPA 4.3. From London. So this was actually sent to me by Lee and Melissa. It's again a non-German beer. Can't wait to try this. I've had this on draft before, absolutely beautiful. I've never had it in a can, so this will be interesting to see what it's like in a can. And it says here to drink fresh, do not age, and store in a cool place and upright. And all it just says, it contains barley and nothing else. And it's packaged in London, which is great. And I know that it says here that it was canned on the 13th of the 10th 20, best before the 13th of the 4th 21. Not a lot of cans have this on the back, on the bottom rather. The best before dates and stuff, so I know in the States they have it quite a lot, but we don't have that over here. Didn't fizz. Just gonna let that settle a minute. Done that deliberately, so you're probably thinking, can't pour a fucking pint. Well, this has no etching on the bottom, so it won't release carbonation as good, which means that you won't get a decent head unless you actually pour upright. So that's why I do that, just for those of you that are going to question my pouring skills. So we've got a good head, obviously. Lazy carbonation, and it's a very, very pale, I don't know what you would call that colour. I really don't know what you'd call that. I just don't know. It's a very sort of, and you can see some bubbles there that's sticking on the glass. It's a very sort of pale yellow straw, maybe. I don't know. Could you even call that a straw colour? It's just very odd colour. I don't remember it being like that on draft when I had it. It had a bit more darker colour into it. But the head then is nice and foamy, as you can see. Should be able to pour a little bit more in now. But yeah, looks wise, doesn't look too bad. Yeah, let's crack on. Not much in the way of aroma, just a very faint smell of something. I don't know what that is. Like a faint wheat or a barley or a grain of some kind. I really don't know. I really don't know what that is. But very, very faint aromas. So yeah, thank you to Lee and Melissa for sending me this Beaverneck Oil Session IPA. God, apologies, my voice just went there. Sweet and almost like a wort, very waltish. I'm not talking about the warts you get on your finger, I'm talking about a wort as in a young beer. It's kind of got that sweetness of a wort. Detecting maybe a slight orange. Bit of pine resin. Slight bitterness. Actually not that bad. bit of grain as well. Grain, barley, slight sort of dry, hoppy, grassy finish. Get the last of that out. Yeah, like a grain, hoppy sort of finish. As I recall, this was a lot better on tap. A lot better on tap. It doesn't do it justice in the can. You know, if you ever see this on tap or on draft, go and get it because it's so much better. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I still like it regardless, whether it's from a can or draft. I think it's reasonable. Don't know how much the price paid for this was. If I burp, sign of good beer. But I'm sure that was a reasonable price. I've seen it around in shops, and I think it was about £2.5, £3 for 330, something like that. So reasonable price for what it is. Reasonable lacing. I'd say quite profound flavours. Slight bitter from the head there. The head is very sharp and foamy. Good bubbles in the head. You can feel that on your tongue. Overall, decent beer. I'm going to score this I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Reasonable flavours, but just a lot better on draft. So if you see it on draft, go and get it on draft. Thanks for watching. Join me next time, and thank you for watching.